You should see the bottles I found, Sailor.
Huh?
You want to see the bottles I found?
Yeah.
They're in the car. I'm going to have to go get them. Reef, what's up, buddy?
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome if you're new to the channel. Join along for another 3 days of adventure as I explore the Pacific Northwest with my family and meet up with some familiar faces. First order of business, I make it back to Point Roberts to dive, a spot that I've yet to visit since 2018. Stick around as it did not disappoint. Down here at my home away from home, good old Point Roberts. I've dove this pier, old pier, once in the past. As before bottles was on my radar, so I didn't really scout around and look for them. I think people have dove here in the past, or at least snorkeled in the past, so I don't really expect to find anything, but you know, I get to check it off my list and stop wondering, which is you know, take a load off my mental. The viz is looking really nice, so that's a blessing. I dove around this area and I saw a skate once. It wasn't a giant skate or a big skate, but I saw a skate nonetheless. The only place I've ever seen one, so I might be able to catch one of those in the water. I guess time will tell. Gonna be doing this solo. I know the current can get a bit funky around here, but I'll be all right. I'll be good. I want to dive the point over there too. One of these days, I'll need a buddy for that one. The Fraser River is gonna start dumping sediment real soon, so visibility won't last much longer, but hopefully get to do that before that pressure really starts coming down. Gonna gear up here and then follow that up maybe with a bit of beachcombing. Look for some sea glass, add to the collection. But let me get my gear on, so I'm gonna jump in soon. A lot of people have helped me get to where I am today. Shout out to everyone who keeps the adventures rolling. Is it just me, or do waves always seem to peak at the worst moments? Murphy's Law, it'll get you every time. Overall, it was pretty manageable. The visibility was good from far, but far from good. I've seen much worse, but I was a little let down. As I was swimming out, I was trying to visualize the pier that once stood above. Yeah, let's shoot plastic golf balls into the ocean. Great idea. Who gives a shit about wildlife, right? Maybe we'd see more marine life if we took better care of the environment. I was only diving shallow, but solo diving creeps me out. I found a little bit of structure and some broken pottery. The further from shore I got, the more stuff I started to find. I forgot my catch bag, so once my hands were full, I went back to retrieve it from my van. I found a big skate, well kind of, it was just the carcass. It was still my target species, so I consider that a win. It's nice to know there's a solid population in the area. My eyes are peeled. I tried to do some research, but I never received a firm answer. However, I was told this pier was built around 1903 for the George and Baker cannery that once stood here. It met its fate in 1961 after the powerful Typhoon Farida tore the structure apart. I wish it was still intact, to be honest. I saw a few Dungeness, but they're closed in Washington for the season. Eventually, my luck started to change, and I was finding some bottles with decent age. When I walk the beaches of Point Roberts, I often find blue sea glass and wonder what type of bottle it would have come from. Well, now I know. Too bad this guy was broken. This was pretty cool too, an old silver spoon. I can't believe I'm the first person to dive for stuff here. Trust me, I'm not complaining. A lot of stuff I was finding was broken. I wonder if it came here after a storm, if more stuff would be unburied from the sand below. I'm gonna put that theory to test. If you know me, I always take a moment to appreciate Mother Nature. This sea angel was super cool. And this great sculpin was the biggest I've ever seen. My catch bag started to get heavy. Work smart, not hard. And just like that, my luck took a huge turn, and I found exactly what I was looking for. I couldn't be happier.
Oh yeah. Whew. I'm so cooked, yeah.
It's not the bottle that gets me excited per se, it's the history attached and the adventure I pursue in order to find them. I've gone on countless dives searching just to come up empty-handed. To find this beauty here really got me stoked. Although not as cool as the last, this hand-blown champagne bottle was also pretty neat. This crab was pretty excited for me as well. Washington State was in Prohibition from 1916 to 1932. Pansy May, a notorious booze smuggler out of Tsawwassen, BC, supplied Point Roberts with its alcohol during those years. I can't help but wonder if these bottles were once in her possession. Woo! Until next time, Point Roberts, thanks for revealing your history to me. I'm pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting to find anything of age, and I found some really cool bottles. I'm super pumped. I'm gonna have to do a bit of research and find out how old this beer is, but I'm sure it dates back to at least the 30s, maybe even sooner than that, to be determined. But this blue bottle, super stoked on it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's gonna go nicely with my collection. I know there's not too much value to this stuff, but to me it's priceless. You know, having these little artifacts from Point Roberts, Washington, my home away from home. How awesome. I got this bottle. I'm not too sure how old this one is. Looks like it has an applied top. Maybe it does have some seams, but it's almost frosted like beach glass too. It's probably been rolling around there for almost 100 years, just getting polished, waiting for me to find it. I came here once when there's a massive storm. There's huge swell coming in off the coast. I'm surprised all these bottles aren't smashed to smithereens. This one's broken, too bad, but I'm still gonna keep it. I can add it to my collection and maybe surround it with some other beach glass that I found, so it's gonna look nice. Found this bottle. I think it's an old champagne bottle. I found very similar ones like this in Victoria, so again, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep it, throw it on a ledge somewhere at my house. I got this bottle. It says Victoria on it. Gonna have to chat with Van City Relics and see if he knows anything about these ones, or at least can trace down the history for me. After that, some of these bottles aren't that old, but found some cool pottery. Found this spoon. I wonder how old that is. I think it's silver, or else it'd probably be nothing but rust by now. I'm gonna probably hang out with the family tomorrow. We're thinking about going to Bellingham to beachcomb, or we might even go to Fort Langley. And then Sunday, I'm gonna be diving for some crab out in Tsawwassen, so not too far from here. Gonna be going with a couple friends, Alex, and maybe throw some other invites out there. I'm really pumped. Now I have a fire lit under me to explore more of Point Roberts and see what else is left for me to discover. Okay, see you in a couple days, or maybe tomorrow if I got something exciting to film.
I got a question for you.
Yeah?
Are you ready for a road trip?
Yeah.
Are you ready for a road trip, buddy?
Yeah.
Where are we gonna go?
I go beach.
We're going to the beach, you're right. We're going to Washington State. We're gonna go to Fairhaven, Bellingham, and look for beach glass.
Papa?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes, way, buddy.
You guys were so good. You guys were so patient.
Yeah.
We're gonna have fun now, okay?
Yeah.
You have fun, Zaya?
Yeah.
So we're in Bellingham. Our first stop is going to be a farmer's market. Gonna explore that for a bit, and then make our way down to the beach and explore. And then hit up Fairhaven, or maybe Fairhaven, and then the beach. Do you want to get some Mexican food, buddy?
Yeah.
I got the veggie cactus and jasmine over here.
Is that good chicken?
You get the chicken. You only get a donut if you eat a bite.
Open. Zaya bit off more than he can chew and spat some of it on the ground.
I'd hit the spot, have some good food. We're gonna go to the beach now, because it is the nicest day of 2023. Spring is full blown in the air. So we're here at Hepatitis Beach, and there's a lot of beach glass, but I don't think this area sees enough wave action to make it all worth collecting. None of it's really frosted. We'll explore here a little bit and see if we find any cool pieces, and also keep an eye out for human feces and syringes. Maybe not the best place to have our kids looking around. It's like almost like neat. Here you go. I miss working that 3-day weekend. Used to have a Monday off and we could hit these spots and there'd be no one else around. Nowadays we're fighting for parking, and we couldn't really find a spot to park in Fairhaven to grab the kids some donuts. But we got one at McDonald's this morning. So they're mowing down right now. We're gonna go explore another beach. I'm actually using this as an opportunity to scout out dive spots. I don't see any worthwhile yet, but some old beers in the area, probably some bottles to find. Visibility here is looking awesome though. Either way, I'd love to jump into the ocean. So far, beaches 2, us 0. We're not finding any sea glass, but still fun exploring these areas and checking spots off the list. You know, being here, it's absolutely gorgeous, but it makes me appreciate even Vancouver, especially Vancouver Island, because I don't think there's any real interesting structure to dive around here. I'd go nuts looking for old bottles and artifacts, but in terms of seeing a bunch of life, Edmonds is probably the closest spot, unless you jump on a ferry. Can you say bye to the seagulls?
No. I want to buy seagulls.
We'll see them again next time, okay? The kids are passed out in the car, checking out Drive. So gorgeous, such a nice little cruise. Just checking out one little spot. Nice view here. Have the Puget Sound, the Sailor Sea. And then gonna make a long 50-minute drive back to Blaine, grab some cheese, and check out one last beach, and then call it a day. So we're driving around everywhere trying to find some beach access. And the thing about the States is, I think you can actually own the beach here, unlike Canada. Correct me if I'm wrong, but definitely no beach access, if anything. So we drove a little bit further than we planned to the Gambino Spit, which looks like an amazing beach. You're gonna like this, buddy. Oh, what's that? Here you go, girl. Did I spotted that from a distance. I think our adventure is wrapping up, but without checking out one potential dive spot first, here in Gambino, and see a pier, old pilings, look at the bottom, and see if I can see anything worth diving for one day. Probably not, but you never know.
It's warm.
Yeah, it's pretty
not hot, but it's warm.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see, that's awesome. It's pretty cool, you see them?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, we should come back here, eh?
Oh.
Oh yeah, going diving. It is 8 a.m. I'm here in Tsawwassen with Alex. He's one of my Patreons. Thanks, Alex, for all the support. We're gonna go diving this morning for some Dungeness. I hope find something for the wifey, because she loves crab. I just love being in the water, so it's a good excuse for me to get out. Really flat, calm right now. I think the visibility is gonna be good, and if we find crab, sweet. Who knows what else we might encounter as well while we're in the ocean. Gonna get geared up and jump in.
I hope I remember how this is going.
I'll help you out, man.
Get some lubricant in there, and then we put this on.
You got it in. The conditions were pretty stellar. You can't really ask for much better for mid-March. The viz was fairly decent too. Females and males were pairing up. Let's hope these guys successfully breed. Crabs look larger at depth as your mask distorts reality. As you bring them to the surface, they look smaller and smaller. Bummer. The Dungeness I was finding were all a solid ½ inch too small, but I found a pocket of beefy red rock. Feisty little guys. Well, I guess if I were being harvested, I'd be fighting back too. Would you look at those claws? Dungeness bury themselves in the sand, so finding them can be a challenge. This one was close, but a few millimeters under. This guy, a few millimeters over. Nice, one keeper in the bag. My friend Clayton, aka Aquatic Monkey, and Jeremy Sarin, aka Waterman Sarin, both swear kelp crab tastes awesome. I found a larger specimen and figured I'd give it a go. I didn't do too bad. I got this kelp crab, northern kelp crab. I've never tried one, but this guy's a pretty decent size. Got some meaty claws. These would be considered other crab, so you're allowed 4 combined limit Dungeness, king crab, and red rock. But then other crab have a limit of 4, and these don't count towards your 4 combined limit of Dungeness, red rock, etc. So yeah, I'm gonna try this guy. Stoked on that. Jasmine, I got you a Dungie. This guy's right on the money, just a hair over 6.5 inches or 165 centimeters male. So pretty pumped. And I also got a few red rock crab. This guy's got huge claws. I usually grab these as a contingency, but probably gonna shuck them, extract all the meat, make a pasta or ramen, or maybe some pho. We've been eating a lot of pho lately. Pretty cool though, fun time in the ocean. Thanks Alex for joining me on this bright and early morning Sunday dive. Pumped on some seafood to bring home for the wifey and kids. Gonna go home and cook and clean and chow down. Probably go to Point Roberts this afternoon. Beautiful day. I told my daughter last night as I'm going to bed, I'm gonna go diving for some crab tomorrow morning. She's like, king crab? I'm like, no, Dungeness. She's like, oh, I want king crab.
It's funny how picky they get. Didn't take very long. Let's see if she's happy with the catch though. You want to see the crabs, Ayla?
Yeah. So slimy.
So slimy, yeah. You want to see that? Those are called red rock. That's a Dungeness crab. You want some too, Reefy?
It's a queen crab.
No, that's a red rock, Sayla. That's a red rock crab. Red rock, yeah, that's a big claw. So, you want to give it a kiss? There you go. How about you? Give it a kiss, huh? Yeah. Check it out. Look, see? That's from a northern kelp crab. We're gonna try that for the first time.
That's slimy.
Yeah, it's a little slimy. We're gonna get them all boiled up, okay, buddy?
Yeah.
You know, it's fresh when your crabs are twitching. Did I do good?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
I did good?
Yeah. You made a crappy morning great.
That's good, yeah, the kids are a bit much fun today.
They're a lot this morning.
It all looks delicious. We got the crab butter and this kelp crab. Not very big, but looks kind of neat. I'm gonna shuck all the meat out of these red rock. Jasmine's just gonna chow down on the big old dungy. Yeah, that's always a mission and a half, but we extracted all the meat. Got a big pile there that's strangely getting smaller and smaller. I wonder what's going on there. So you like the Dungeness or the red rock more?
I like the taste of red rock more, but Dungeness are easier to open.
Yeah, and you get a bit more meat off them.
Yeah.
But if you got me extracting it all, who cares?
Then I know.
We're gonna try these next. These are the northern kelp crab. So gonna check this and gonna try it, do a taste test. See which one we all like the most. What do you think? You got a few bites in you? What's your favorite?
The northern kelp crab.
Yeah. That's your favorite, really?
It's like super sweet. Really hard shell, very tiny, but it's so sweet. It's really yummy.
Cool. What about you, Sayla? What do you like?
Just like
you like the most? She just likes making a mess. I try it too. That's good.
Definitely sweeter though, right?
Yeah. All crab tastes very similar to me, but yeah, I'd eat that. Like Jasmine said, wish they were a bit bigger, but it's kind of nice addition to the feast. And I'm always into trying new things. Well, there's a lot of work and it's all gone, so that's a good thing. Thanks everybody for watching the few days of adventures, including a trip to Washington. Gonna be diving somewhere next week. Got no idea where, but time will tell. Peace and love.